Hi, Nelson Garcia here. So the question we're looking at now is, can I get the coronavirus a second time? And I have read articles that report people getting coronavirus, going through the process, recovering, and then stating that they got the coronavirus again. And I asked myself, well, how does that work? I thought that once we were exposed and we recovered, that we, in essence, were immune to getting it again. So I pulled up this chart that we had discussed in a previous video. I'm going to pull it up again now to try to see if I can't make sense of this scenario. So this is what I picture in this situation. This chart represents someone who's been exposed to the coronavirus. They had a healthy response where they produced antibodies and went through the process. So in review, here's the invading virus, in this case the COVID-19, and the body then has symptoms and fever and chills, and then the body's good and healthy immune response has an increase in antibodies, and then here's the virus being dissipated and eliminated and no longer measurable, and here's the long-term antibody building up and then sticking around for extended period of time in case that same exact virus decides to poke his ugly head back into trying to expose us to his nasty ways. And so this patient in this scenario, and this question about can I get it again a second time, I think is a matter of what is termed viral load. And think of viral load as basically quantity. And I like to also kind of look at this whole process in a military type setting, in that our bodies are being attacked. And here we have growing numbers of invading viruses, and here we have built up numbers of defense. And so at these skirmishes, whoever has the strongest military, largest numbers, are going to win those skirmishes. So what we do is we limit how much exposure we permit ourselves to get into, for example, with our social distancing and wearing our masks, so that we're never exposed to large, concentrated, sustained exposures of this virus. Even a patient who has a small amount or a normal amount perhaps of built up antibodies, if they expose themselves to a situation, for example, I would say, I guess, a patient in the ICU who is active COVID and being treated, and you're going in there without any protection, no masks, and you're in that room in close proximity for an extended period of time, why then that represents a huge, large exposure of a viral load of that invading pathogen. And a large enough load could even overtake a normal amount of defense. So in that case, I could see a patient getting the COVID more than once under those specific circumstances. So that's a scenario where that can happen. I don't know that, we would intentionally expose ourselves to such high viral loads, but I believe that's the picture that I could see that actually happening and getting the coronavirus a second time.